back. Today we're just gonna do a quick test here on okay, we've stopped for that pedestrian before I could even get going here. There's a crosswalk over this bump. I slowed down here till 30 kilometers because it never really picks up that speed bump quite well, so I just don't like coming in too fast over it. But we're just gonna do like a 12-minute drive here at 4 o'clock, so it's Saturday and it's peak, I suppose, for traffic. Okay, stop sign here. This car should go, and then really it should be our turn, so we should go. We're waiting. We should go. Okay, we're not going. So when these stop signs are busy, they can never get it right. No traffic or one car, we can nail those stop signs. When there's at least 3 cars, it hasn't been able to nail it for me. Partly because I'm surprised it didn't squeeze in here, because we're gonna be making it right, so it'll find its way. That stop sign, I haven't had any luck when it's busy. So anyways, today's drive is basically just a quick back to the basics. It's a 10-minute familiar route that I tend to take, and let's see how well we can do that. Obviously the stop sign was a bit of a miss. I ended up hitting the accelerator to go, kind of intervened with that car that was trying to make a left, but nonetheless we made it through. Typically I've done this route and it's been like literally I can do it with pretty much no takeovers or disengagements, but I think it's also going to depend on the time of day and what kind of traffic is out. Again, back to the stop signs, I think because the software will always wait the 2 seconds. So some people are hesitant and some people are like just rolling through and going quite quick. So there could be a lot of confusion there as per the software. I would imagine if all 4 cars were there on the stop sign on a 4-way stop using the software, I'm sure it wouldn't have too much of a problem going through, but we're going to be going up a big hill and then eventually go left, make a left-hand turn, so somewhere in the next 1 kilometer we can probably get into that lane. The neg I always have is FSD-beta is always waiting till the last second trying to make the lane change, and then it just puts me and this vehicle in an awkward situation and really doesn't let the traffic flow as smoothly as it can. If it was me driving, I would probably would have been at that last traffic light or this next traffic light coming up just after it perhaps, then I would probably make my move and try to get into this left lane. I may not. I'm just going to let the software run with it and see what happens. Like, because of the way the traffic it is right now, I would almost... Yeah, that lane's pretty busy right now. But we have a window because someone just made a left. So this car making a left, we should go now. I would definitely want to go now because, yeah, see the car's catching up now, so it should go now hopefully because it's a good window right now. We have some time, but we're gonna lose that window really quick. Got a bike. Okay, now we've signaled. So like now it's signaling at not a great time because it's like signaling when there's actually a car there. So it's, unless this guy's gonna be nice and let us in, which they have, then we can make that turn or that lane change. So we do have a green arrow right now, so I don't expect any should handle this turn no problem, and we did. It's a nice Saturday afternoon with some sunny weather. We've had like a bunch of rain here for a little bit, and a nice little change, get some sun before I believe we're getting a cold spell here soon, maybe even some snow. So always fun to do a couple snow videos since we don't get snow out here in lower mainland Vancouver. Not too often anyhow. Blinded by the light, but Tesla vision seems to have no problem here, so this should be a good test for us here. Probably won't catch this light, but we'll, if there's no arrow, we will see how we do on this left turn. Normally, sometimes it stays behind and it's instead of coming out just past that line. And then sometimes if the intersection is quite busy and you have to wait for like the last car on it as it turns yellow to pass, it hesitates. Like we should be going now, we're gonna get honked. So I hit the accelerator, just tapped, and she went. But I mean, if there was no one there and I waited, I could have sat there and waited and to see what happened, but we're gonna have to detour. We'll end up going left at the next one here because I kept getting the wheel nag for not touching the steering wheel, and I accidentally disengaged it. So now we have to reroute, which will be pretty much right here. So we get to try out another left turn out of it. So we've creeped out. So that's proper. It's where we should be. We should be going now. So I'm tapping. I'll have to take over. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. It wasn't going to make that turn. And that's what I'm talking about with this. I feel like it's been amplified a bit more. I mean, I've kind of had that same issue since I started testing, but it's definitely been amplified, I believe, in this last, like, 0.1, the last 1069, 0.25, 0.1, and 0.2. So I would have been sitting in the intersection awkwardly if I didn't make that turn. So, and then that was a pretty wide turn here. It's kind of unnecessary. So I think there's some things that can definitely be worked on, for sure. Because like I said, this particular drive used to be able to do this like no problem. So stop sign here, it's gonna creep. Creep to that blue line, and then go. Thanks for tuning in. That's pretty much it for the drive, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.